grazie mille. Thank you. It's so funny. If I sit here in front, I can't see the person sitting on this table perfect because the light behind us is very high. So it's easier to look at your faces so I can see if you smile or if you sleep. At least for the moment and as long as I stay, because I'm also taking a seat now. But before I start Mario, I would like and also Peter, just to remind you, if you want, to sign the Venice agenda after the convention. And I hope, Enrico, you have the document here with you. We can do it later, yeah? Just okay. So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, dear members, partners, and friends. First of all, I would like to thank to our spouses, my wife Elfie, and Leo's wife Marina Campanale. Where's Marina? For their outstanding support and acceptance and patience that we both, Leo and I, are spending most of our spare time during the last 6 months to organize this event. Grazie mille, danke. I would like to take the opportunity at this conference to give you a short overview. Let me do it here. Beautiful. Grazie mille.
Era la mia famiglia. This one.
Slides, yeah. Okay. So this is the first slide, and I would like to take this opportunity to give you a short overview of our activities during the past 5 years, as well as for our present financial situation and some suggestions for EUNWA further development. Okay, you see the history, and by the way, you see now you will see some pictures, some slides, and the sequence, please understand, are not at the same time in slides when I will speak my text. Let's see if it works. Yes. Beginning in 2009, the Austrian neighborhood watch organization Brunnbauer established numerous international contacts. Already in 2009, high-ranking police officers from the Arab Emirates and Poland visited us in Vienna to study our neighborhood watch model. In 2011, we traveled to England to meet with the biggest neighborhood watch organization and signed a mutual memorandum of understanding. In the same year, Brunnbauer participated in the so-called European Crime Prevention Network contest for the Best Practice Award. In 2012, we were invited by the renowned Fraunhofer Institute to participate in a workshop on future societal developments. This demonstrated the growing importance of neighborhood watch organizations in the future. Through all these activities, we gained international recognition, leading to further development of our international network and more invitations for EUNWA projects, for instance, Valencia in 2013 and Riga and Sofia in 2014. In 2014, we successfully founded EUNWA as a European-wide neighborhood watch umbrella organization, which was enthusiastically received by representatives of various participating organizations. And we were confident to be on the right track. In the following annual meetings in Italy in 2015 and in Austria in 2016, we heard no criticism or suggestions for organizational changes. So we thought that we are doing well. In 2017, we were invited by CHEMEA, the Center for Security Studies in Greece, to organize our annual conference together with them on the island of Crete. In spite of all our efforts to convince our members of the importance of participation, only a few members from Austria and Estonia attended the conference. This is the prelude, since further development of the network and cooperation hinges on personal contact, as we can see at this event right now. In 2018 was very important for EUNWA, since I was invited by the Federal Crime Office of Austria to present our association at a conference in Vienna. And the next important step was in 2019. So let me wait now a little bit with the slides passing on. You can see we had also been in Venice last year. Thank you, Enrico, because this was the start for the prosperous the future for us both. So you also see, I don't know if it works. So was this conference in Vienna, and in 2019 by the way, this is George Levantakis, who can unfortunately not attend right now, and Lisa gave his speech. And he presented us in Brussels, and he's working very hard on projects funded by the EU. So this is the last slide that I will show you. The General Police Department of Moldova invited us to explain EUNWA, to explain neighborhood watch models in Europe, a cooperation agreement between the Inspectorate General Police and the Association Ekurashini, this is Neighborhood Watch in Moldova, and EUNWA was signed to share our knowledge and exchange crime reduction hints. Let me give you some examples of EU calls and where we had participated with the assistance of George and some other organizations. This is how it looks when you start to try to get financed by the EU. Here are some examples of the projects we participated, and it is always a hard time to do that. Let me tell you a little bit about the achievements. I will not take too long, but I think it is worth to talk about it. During the past 5 years, our contributors in Vienna, this is myself, Günther, he retired already, and Joseph, who has unfortunately passed away in the meantime, as well as George, Leo and Roberta during the past couple of months, spent roughly 10,000 hours of their personal time voluntarily without pay to establish and develop the organization. From 2014, we submitted on our initiative several EU projects which were specifically time-consuming, since the EU application processes are complicated and require a certain amount of experience. 3 times our application were not honored. After the establishment of EUNWA in 2014, we were invited to participate in further projects promoted by the EU, giving me as EUNWA representative the opportunity to strengthen our network and to improve EUNWA's international recognition. With each personal attendance at conferences and events, we promoted EUNWA specifically, emphasizing all national member organizations. So, supported by Cyprus company Adidas, thank you Lisa, you made the website, you did a great job, and with the company Adidas, we developed a website which was used to publish 20 newsletters and another 94 individual contributions within the past years. So if you're interested to read these things, and you can translate it by a Google Translate or any other translator, there are very, very important and very good written comments and texts which you can probably use in the future. So now it becomes a little bit difficult probably for you to read it. I'm not sure if it is readable because it is very small. I do not want to go in details, but in our articles of the association and the guidance of operation, you will find this initial mission. And the initial mission, I tried to make the green and say, well, achieved, partly achieved, or no country imposed. So you see, we did quite well with our job. So here's the next page. Exchange information about best practices and crime prevention. No country inputs, we had it before. So you see there's still room for improvement. All these sentences you can find officially on our website, or you write to us and we will send it to you. Problems we identified is organizational changes in countries, lack of involvement, lack of time, lack of funds, lack of staff, and lack of experts and professionals. Please. Should I go back? Let's try to work.
The second bullet point. No.
One more?
No. One next. The next.
One back? One more? No. Further. What?
Wait, this one. Yes, this one. The second bullet point extend its membership
To as many European countries and organizations as possible.
The way to do this is more as possible. Why is heart-reaching? Because I think looking into the evolution to achieve as much as possible.
Thank you, Karl. I believe that there is still room for improvement, and we will work on that. Thank you very much. Shall we give the mic to her? I think we can. Okay. Thank you, Karl, by the way. Yeah? Okay. This is what I just said. These are the problems that we identified. Let me come now to this financial situation. You see, our money is at the Raiffeisenbank in Austria. But let me tell you, every year it has become more and more difficult and time-consuming to collect from our members the agreed membership fee, in spite of signed financial agreements. The limited financial reserves we still have are based on an agreement with the company Sept from the UK in 2016, which has in the meantime unfortunately been terminated. It is very exhausting to try to collect the annual membership fee. The present available balance on our bank account is approximately 7,000 euros. Future outlook. Does Europe still need neighborhood watch groups? More than ever. We notice massive changes in the society, as also new developments in directional separation within individual neighborhood watch organizations. If we just look at the growing possibility of a blackout, which is not so remote, I hope everybody knows what we mean with a blackout. A blackout is when there's no electricity available for a longer period, which can become very difficult to societies. And also, or let's say, to the dramatic situation in cases of an earthquake, which you are here in Italy know how it is, if it has happened. And well-organized groups providing neighborhood support constitute the most important basis of avoiding chaos, at least for a certain time. So we need neighborhood watch, and they should be really well organized. Now it is time to break new ground, to establish new leadership, as well as expand our advisory board. Here, this board beside me, partly present additional services to our members within EUNWA 2.0. This is what we would like to discuss with you, or you can send us also some comments on that, what you expect. What we need is the support of participation by all countries and the constant and permanent exchange of information in the future. Let me say my favorite sentence: the true mark of a happy city is not the absence of danger, but the absence of fear. You will find it on the photo map, which you have in your hand. Donatella, you saw it, turn it. Okay, so we can discuss it. This would be my last sentence, more or less. Leo, your comments.